Geek Life. I am your host Chris, and welcome back to Story Time. As promised in the last video where we talked about Naga Sadow, today we're gonna talk about Gav Daragon. Now, Gav Daragon lived at the same time as Naga Sadow, which was around 5000 before the Battle of Yavin. He was a human and he was trained in the Force by the Jedi. They neglected to join the Jedi Order fully. His homeworld was Koros, where he lived with his sister Yori and their parents. Now, during a war in the system, the parents of the Daragon twins smuggled supplies back to soldiers on the planet of Kerek. It was there that the parents tragically lost their lives during one of their smuggling runs. This meant that Gav and Yori inherited the Starbreaker 12, which was their parents' ship. Now, their parents left some debt behind, and the twins decided to leave the system to get away from the collectors. They were exploring some hyperspace routes when they made an unscheduled jump into a far-flung region of space, and there they stumbled on the Sith Empire. Now, the Sith were hostile, and as much as Gav tried to keep things peaceful between both him and his sister and the Sith imprisoned them and scheduled them for execution. However, the Sith Lord Naga Sadow came into the picture and decided to get the twins out of there, secluding them in his own fortress. It wasn't before long that Naga discovered that Gav was Force sensitive and started training him in the ways of the Sith. Now, as you might remember from the previous video, Naga had a dispute going on with the Sith Lord Ludo Gresh, and he decided this was the opportune time to go for his throat. Now, he did defeat Ludo, but he didn't kill him, which you might remember from our previous video. But in this campaign, Yori Daragon escaped back to the Republic. Gav, deciding to stay, was given leadership over the Sith fleet. And in that regard, he got to spearhead the invasion of the Republic by the forces of the Sith Empire. There were major battles in Coruscant, but also in the Koros system, where Gav had his home planet and lost his parents. Now, Gav was very interested to go back because he thought his sister was down on the planet of Koros Major, where they spent a lot of time, and it was considered his homeworld. Gav went planetside to find Arba the Hutt, asking about his sister. Now, Arba, he felt that Gav betrayed his sister and betrayed the Republic. Which, betraying the Republic, he certainly did. His sister... change of ethics, let's just call it that. And as a response, Arba refused to help Gav and spat in his face. However, spitting in Gav's face was considered a hostile threat by one of the bodyguards of Gav. Subsequently, the bodyguard killed the Hutt. And it's at this point that Yori came onto the scene and discovered her own twin brother standing over the corpse of one of their own friends. Yori cursed out his name and vowed never to speak to him again, turning her back on her own brother. Gav, being disgusted by what he saw there, escaped back into orbit into his ship. He started thinking about all the things that went on. At this point that he saw that his allegiance with the Sith would have to come to an end in order to make amends towards his sisters and towards the Republic for all the deaths that he caused as commander of the Sith fleet. He traveled on to Primus Golut, where he found Naga Sadow's his meditation sphere. Now in this sphere, Naga was present to conjure up illusions to help with the war effort. The sphere concentrated his powers and projected it over vast distances down on battlefields, giving the Sith ground forces that extra push. Translating into system, Gav fired upon the meditation sphere of Naga. Naga extended an invitation to Gav to come on board the sphere in order to talk things out calmly and peacefully. Now Gav, seeing the best in his former tutor, decided to board the meditation sphere and confront Naga face to face. But as he entered the meditation sphere, he found Naga was no longer there. He didn't know where he went, but he knew he couldn't find or face his former master here. It was this point that Yori and Republic fleet translated into system, also hunting Naga Sadow. Gav, being determined to set things right, gave the Republic forces and his sister the coordinates of the home world of the Sith called Korriban. While he was wishing his best to his sister and saying goodbye to her, Naga had one last trick up his sleeve. He summoned solar flares to destroy the meditation sphere with Gav still in it. Gav died as a Republic hero in the sphere, giving the coordinates to his sister and thereby making sure that the Great Hyperspace War would end very soon. And that's a story about Gav Daragon. I hope you enjoyed this story. And next week we're gonna check out what his sister will do, both while she fled the Sith Imperium and after Gav died, how her role in the Great Hyperspace War would play out. If you wanna check that out, it's gonna be up next week. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it. Leave a like if you like this video, leave a comment down below if you have anything to add or any questions on the topic. And I will be seeing you all next time. Goodbye.